We're going to wake you up a little bit because I'm not awake. By the way, this is Alan in Austin. The A's are in today. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Yeah, everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we need to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Sing it with us now, we're waking up. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Woohoo! All right, you guys, stand up, keep standing up, guys. We're gonna disco it out for you. This one, I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. You can do it with me. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy, my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. Yeah, I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. Everybody say, ooh, ooh, what? All right, you disco people. Ooh, ooh. I hear ya. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. That's the way, we like it, 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 Yay! Thank you so much for singing along.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Riverside Thrive, our Sunday gathering. We at the Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral lands of the Kauai, Gabrielingotamba, Keats, and Alisweno peoples. We do. We commit to live in right relations, to love our neighbors, to seek justice and loving kindness, and to walk humbly on this land. We recognize our oneness so that we may decolonize our minds and set each other free from the pain of racism and violence, to live better as Great Spirit intended, in harmony with nature and with one another. So again, good morning and welcome. I am, as most of you know, Mike Kataoka, longtime member here at RCSL. Where? Love lives here. Right. I am honored to be your host, MC, today. As you know, Reverend Jeffrey is on sabbatical, having a great time, according to his Facebook post. He'll be back middle of next month, but we are in very good hands. I'd like to say hello to everyone joining us on the live stream. So far, we have Karen Masagatani and Keith back in Vegas, and Vicki and Marty Ross. So I invite you to check in if you're watching online, so we could acknowledge you. And let's see. I want to remind everyone in the sanctuary to please put your phones on silent so that our time together is uninterrupted. So now, let's everybody get up and moving to more music.
Of course. I know you know it, so y'all can sing along with me. We have come with arms wide open.
Good morning. Good morning. I am Jeannie Kataoka, one of your licensed spiritual practitioners and your ordained animal chaplain here at the Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. I will be available for a brief moment of prayer after service in the prayer room, which is just off the lobby. Please don't leave here with anything on your heart, be it something, a challenge maybe, or even a celebration. We love to pray about happy things. So this morning's invocation comes from a new book that's just been published. It's the talks that Ernest Holmes gave at Asilomar in the late 50s. So there's a lovely prayer in here, and I thought I'd let you know about this book and that prayer. So now please allow the music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation. Let us know that deep within us, in the living well springs of our being, beyond the pairs of opposites, good and evil, mind and matter as dualism, and beyond the limitation and fears, and beyond the faith, just as beyond the doubt, and beyond the hope, and beyond the height of our earthly vision, that which is without dimension and deep within our own souls shines an eternal light. And in that light, there is no darkness. That mystic light which envelops everything we contact, heals and blesses everything we touch, and brings life or death and joy for a song. Eternal Spirit within us, blessed life and infinite peace. Everything that denies this, we deny. Everything that affirms that living presence, we announce. And all the past, whatever we believe it may have been, and every negation is wiped out, and there is no past. Every expectation of the future is wiped out, other than the affirmation of the presence, which says, "Behold, I make all things new." Infinite beauty, harmony and rhythm, where everything fits together in a form. That beauty is our own soul, and the depth of the infinite peace in which all motion takes place without moving, and everything is effortless. We abide, and in that love that merges and flows through us as stream with stream to find a higher level by its own action, we surrender. Not to some abstract love of God, which has no meaning, but to the warm, pulsating rhythm of the feet upon the pavement, and the horse's hoofs, and the roots of the grass, and the song of the lark, and the wild power and surging strength of the waves, the freshness of the wind, and the dew and the rain on our face, and the warm embrace of each other. This is all we know about. And if back of that there is more love, we welcome that, by whose eternity and in whose immensity we have even and equal affinity with all that is. And all that is delivered, and we accept the gift, even as we give it back in joy to the high and lofty one who does inhabit eternity and finds a dwelling place in our own heart and mind and soul, for God is all. And together we say, and so it is.
You say there's so much you don't know. You need to go and find yourself. You say you'd rather be alone, 'cause you think you won't find it tied to someone else. Who said it's true that the growing only happens on your own? They don't know me and you. I don't think you have to leave if the change is what you need. You can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow, and we'll take it slow and grow as we go. Grow as we go. You won't be the only one. I am unfinished, I got so much left to learn. I don't know how this river runs, but I like the company through every twist and turn. Ooh, said it's true that the growing only happens on your own. They don't know me and you. You don't ever have to leave if to change is what you need. You can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow, and we'll take it slow and grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go. I don't know who we'll become. I can't promise, it's not written in stone.
But I believe that when it's done, we're gonna see that it was better that we grew up together. If the change is what you need, tell me you don't wanna leave, 'cause it changed right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow, and we'll take it slow and grow as we go. 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 Grow as we go.
Jeffrey Rica.
Beautiful, Jeff. Thank you. Jabel, Austin, Alan, beautiful job. Thank you. A couple more people have joined us online, so good morning to Corey Windsor-Stevens, Greg Equayar, Jesse, Andy, and Lipa Marie and John. So welcome. So let's come together in consciousness for a moment and say our focus statement together. It's up there. Ready? We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Beautiful. And now, I have the great pleasure of introducing our guest speaker, who I found out just this morning in chatting with her, we have a lot in common, know some same people, and grew up in the same areas. So anyway, Reverend Bobby Becker is a senior minister at Namaste Center for Spiritual Living in Long Beach. She is a graduate of California State University, Long Beach, with a degree in journalism and public relations, graduate studies in communications, and a master's in conscious studies from the Centers for Spiritual Living, School of Spiritual Leadership. In 2014, she retired from a corporate career to pursue a passion for ministry. Prior to her retirement, she enjoyed a 27-year career as a manager of the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California in Los Angeles, with experience in managing at all levels within the organization of diverse programs, including public relations, business outreach, environmental compliance, and water and energy funding. From 1993 to 2001, she was a leader in the statewide movement to promote domestic partnership benefits and build employee support groups in Southern California to provide awareness of LGBT issues in the workplace. And during that time, she spoke out against discrimination and negative treatment against LGBT Mormons. As a result, she was excommunicated in 1994 from the Mormon Church. She spent the next decade reconciling for herself with the condemnation of the LGBT community spoken out by religious organizations. She has a passion for speaking, teaching, and coaching through spiritual practice toward individual and community well-being and prosperity. As well, she consults nonprofits, businesses, and individuals in purposeful strategic planning and leadership. Bobby lives in Orange County with her wife, Janine, daughter Reese, and a couple of small furry children, Berkeley and Nala. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge Reverend Bobby's role in bringing Reverend Jeff to Riverside. 5 years ago, when I was core council president, I spoke with Bobby about having a consulting minister fill a vacancy here. and she explained that the idea of a consulting minister, having experienced that successfully, was a great idea and recommended Jeff for the job. He consulted for a few months and then became our senior minister, and I think we agreed it worked out okay, right? So speaking on the topic, teacher, let's welcome Reverend Bobby Becker.
Check, check, check. Thank you. Wrong button. Good morning, everyone. So, wow, our centers are really going through something, internationally. Namaste has just merged with Seal Beach Center for Spiritual Living. And this came out as a result of sort of the effect of what was happening in the world as a result of the pandemic. Communities have been shrinking across the country anyway, and we as two communities decided to collaborate rather than compete. What a concept. Jeffrey and I went to school together for a few years, and I had such a great conversation with Mike, and the movement broke their teeth, or I should say, sharpened their teeth. I was the first consulting minister to do what Jeffrey did. And so Jeffrey and I talked. So that was sort of an interesting time. And going through what we're going through as two communities coming together, we have come together. We are now under one roof, voted in April to merge. And we began in July meeting under one roof. We have voted as a community, or I should say the community has voted on everything we've done. And we were collaborating for about a year and a half before the merger happened. It's a really interesting process. I can say that I haven't gone through something so intentional with two communities, and it's been truly a growing experience for me as well. So the theme this month is living above the line. Where is the line, right? I think that's the interesting part, because oftentimes as a minister and in my background as a leader, is my tendency has been to help people find the line, not to tell them where the line is, but to help them find the line. Because sometimes even I don't see the line, and that's what's important. Everything, and I mean everything, the things we like, the things we don't like, are part of what contributes to living above the line. It isn't just the good stuff, the stuff I like, the stuff that's comfortable. Because if it was that, I don't really believe we'd be challenged to grow, because we'd continue to sort of maintain our same habits, our same tendencies, which would continually affirm our same beliefs, especially the ones that don't work. And it's the ones that don't work that encourage us to move up through the line. And there was a book, I think, that was out last year within Centers for Spiritual Living, which is what's in the way is the way. So what's in the way is the way I'm doing it. No other thing except how I'm looking, seeing, and in essence, acting out. Wayne Dyer said that everything in the universe has a purpose. Indeed, the invisible intelligence that flows through everything in a purposeful fashion is also flowing through me. Nothing's happening outside of me. It's all happening in me. And if I can understand that my consciousness really has to do with how I see things, and that how I see things, in essence, pulls me towards how I can walk through things.
one of the things about the book that you're reading is that an important objective in the book is seeing people and situations as obstacles is the exact place in which we struggle. We are relational. Everything we struggle with is because of relationship. Whether it's a spouse, a partner, a child, a friend, family members, I find, are my greatest teachers, right? I mean, just when I think I've seen it all, I get to see more. And I bet they say the same about me, right? And so what often gets in my way is this inner critic. For those of you that have ever explored the Enneagram, you've heard this word, the inner critic. We all have it. I happen to be what's a 1 on the Enneagram, and the inner critic is literally a choir. And the inner critic is probably the most prevalent, so I have to work with that beautiful voice that I call, I'm sorry if any of you have this name, Edna. No Ednas in the room? Great. I did this one time, and it just didn't go well. But Edna, speaks a lot about what I'm doing and how I'm approaching and how others are approaching and a host of things. And so I have to remember that voice, which is my ego, doesn't have to be in the driver's seat. But that inner critic is also important, but it's the unconscious use of it that gets me in trouble. It's the unconscious me listening that thinks that my fear is facts. And it isn't. And what does this inner critic tell me? Well, does it say I'm unworthy? Does it say I'm not good enough? Does it say I'm not smart enough? That was stupid? Or that my favorite, things didn't go as I hoped. Out of my best planning, it just didn't turn out the way I wanted, right? And when I look at a situation from that inner critic, oftentimes what happens is I'm affecting another relationship in a way that I am truly unconscious to. And if I'm doing that, and if I'm looking across and that other person is looking back at me and they're troubled by what I'm saying, am I paying attention to what's happening, or am I just getting out what I need to say? Living above the line invites us to think about how we perceive ourselves and how we perceive others in relationship. And if we want greater clarity in the purpose or in relationships, if we want more meaningful spiritual lives, we have to submit to being vulnerable. And to me, in this particular situation, when I'm having a difficult time with someone, the vulnerability that truly needs to be open to is the vulnerability that I may not be right. Because there isn't any such thing. There is just engagement. And how I engage is the most important thing. A number of years ago, I had a really quite successful corporate career and did very well in my years of managing. I was promoted to the vice president of public relations in the agency that I worked in, and it was considered kind of impossible because I was neither engineer nor attorney. And so when I was promoted, it was during a transitional period where a CEO was leaving. There was a recruitment of another CEO. So we had an interim I started with the CEO before he left, an interim came in, and I was the public relations VP through that. And then the recruitment happened within 1 year. It takes about a year sometimes to recruit. A new CEO comes on. That CEO says, "Hey, would you stay in the position?" Yes. And 6 months later, the CEO died. And then another interim CEO, and then another recruitment. And I think I sort of looked at it and said, I think I don't want to do this. Because Well, what's interesting is that happens to be my pattern, by the way. Period. And I'd come from a successful business relations career, moved into the VP, and as I was walking through this, I said, this just doesn't feel like it's mine. So I resigned. And the new CEO says, hey, we really like you. We like what you do and how you turn things around. So would you be willing to take over environmental compliance? I had never done that in my life. And I said, sure, sounds interesting. So I did. Now, I thought about it a while because in our organization, that particular group struggled the most. They struggled within the organization, and the organization struggled with them. That should have been a sign to me. So I came into the division and put a plan together to restructure, reorganize it. There were some performance issues. I laid the plan out for the CEO and CEO, and then I began to engage in the plan, which included to remove some managers. Now, in the beginning, I was going to remove those managers and put them in other places in the organization. By the way, that works, doesn't work. We can all argue about that. What ended up happening is they said, no, let's just keep them within the division. Okay, not a good idea, right? Resistance, rebellion. The group was doing well, but what I wasn't aware of is there was this group of managers organizing a takeover. They didn't know me. They didn't like what I was doing. And so there was this campaign brewing. I heard about it, talked with my management. Yeah, we know what's going on. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's really great. Things started to get louder, this group. They started to accuse me of things that sexual harassment, unethical spending, anything they could grab onto. And it was you can imagine that was pretty disturbing. One of my, if I was going to say what my superpower and what my kryptonite is, my kryptonite is blame. When I get blamed, when I'm criticized in that nature, that's really tough for me. And that goes back years into childhood. It's something that I get to work on. Management, my CEO, yeah, you're doing fine. And a week later, I was sat down and I was written up. Interesting, in the write-up, there was nothing. There was nothing in it that said what I really did. And when I said, why are we doing this? I don't understand. Last week it was great. This week it's not. And what came up was, look, just do this. We need to calm the noise down. Now that doesn't feel right, does it? Living above the line. Think about that for just a moment. Allies, enemies. I started to perceive enemies. I started to feel alone. I started to feel like I didn't matter. I started to feel like I couldn't trust anyone. Well, out of every situation that I've ever been in, there's always a bright spot. The organization hired me an executive coach. And he's amazing. His name is Chris Coffey. He actually just passed away. Made a huge difference in the way I lead. He comes in and he says something I just said earlier, fear is not the facts. The organization's afraid, you're afraid, we need to find a way for you to walk through this. That's it. And what was interesting about him is that he said that, he goes, here's how it works. The consulting contract was $50,000 for a coach. He said, it's $50,000. I don't care who it is. And he says, here's the deal. If you don't like how I do, you don't pay me. You ever heard of that kind of contract? No, he knew. And one of the things he said, and I was so angry and so frustrated, and I told him, I said, I didn't do anything wrong. And he turned to me and said, it's not about that. I'm not here to help the organization. I'm here to help you. And this is what he said to me. He said, over the years, oops, wrong one. He said, thank you for your candor. I appreciate it. Now let me be candid. I don't get paid until the end of the engagement. And only if there's measurable and documented improvement seen by you, seen by your colleagues, your peers, your direct reports, and of course the CEO that brought me in and your report to. So we're going to look at some behaviors that you will commit to improve, and we'll have an action plan. Well, that ticked me off even more because I didn't do anything wrong. And he said, it's not about doing anything wrong. We're just going to pick some things that you want to improve. That's it. So I picked 3 things, and I also had to pick a group of stakeholders, the ones that were part of the campaign and the ones that weren't, and I had to check in with them once a month. Once I picked it, he worked with me every week, and he said this to me: it doesn't matter what they do. It matters what you do. That's life. That's living above the line. And so working with Chris allowed me to focus more on my own behavior, my own way of being, and it allowed me to, number 1, be less reactive, to respond. One of the objectives I identified was to give credit away as much as possible. Period. I started doing that. In the corporate world, giving away credit is not what you do. So I was given credit, and once I got into it, it was like Christmas. It was like Thanksgiving. It was like a holiday in which I was giving credit to people for coming up with anything. If I came up with the idea, it didn't matter. If someone came close to the idea, I gave them credit. And I started to build allies. Now, the interesting part about it is that once I went through this, it was about a 6 to 8 month contract. They did a survey of the group, and within the survey, they identified this group that was still very insistent that there was that I had done things wrong. And one of the things Chris said, it's not about going backwards. It's about feed forward. Let's look at where we want to go. We'll never agree here, but we might agree here. And that's where the power is, because the power lies in the choice of what I choose going forward, how I choose to see you, how I choose to see myself. Ernest Holmes said, life will be to you what you are to it. He didn't say, and I actually agree with him, life will be what you are to me. Oftentimes when I sit down with congregants or practitioners, oftentimes the disagreement is what you did to me, right? In families, what you did to me. And it's really easy to say what you did to me. But can I look at how I'm engaging in that relationship? No matter what you do to me, it doesn't matter, because there is no one or nothing against me. Even if it looks like that, it still isn't true, because the ego is saying that. The ego is saying that something's against me. The ego is constantly protecting because it has to. It's designed to. It springs from that lower part of the brain that's trying to protect. So the ego is going to see the tiger at the door no matter what it is. Most of the time, there's no tiger at the door. There just isn't. There's a kitty cat that's smiling, but I see big teeth. Most of the time, we make something huge out of what we perceive someone did to us when it's not about us. And the only way we can change our world, the only way that love can live here, is by how I see it. Now, are there any exceptions to that? I'm sorry. No? Yes? No? Do you have one? Abuse. But abuse at some point is my job. I lived in a traumatic childhood. It's my job to rise above it and see the truth. The only victims in the room are children and the elderly and marginalized. But even that, if we are part of a marginalized group, we still have the opportunity to rise up and see what's happening. As long as there's an enemy, we can't, because the enemy becomes affirmed as the enemy. We get to rise up, rise above the line, and see how I can be in this situation that can adjust it. Henry Nouwen, he's a former Franciscan monk. He said, over the years, I've come to realize that the greatest trap in our life is not success, popularity, or power, but self-rejection. Success, popularity, and power can indeed present a great temptation, but their seductive quality often comes from the way they are part of a much larger temptation to self-rejection. When we have come to believe that voices that call us worthless, unlovable, then success, popularity, and power are easily perceived as attractive solutions. The real trap is self-rejection. And as soon as someone accuses me or criticizes me, as soon as I am rejected, left alone, or abandoned, I go to self-loathing. It's not easy. Simple. Not easy. We have been challenged. We have been invited to go and look and grow into what we came here to be. My passion is the greater revealing of me. That's my passion. It's why I left my corporate life. After that position, I ended up asking to be transferred because what I saw was, this is not mine to do. Sometimes that's true. And I moved into something else and was successful, and it ended up opening a door to become a minister. I retired at 50, and for the last 10 years, that's what I've done. That has not been easy. I would say this is one of the hardest jobs I've ever done because it's me. It's not about you. It's not about the community. It's me. And everything that shows up is for me too. Do I want to control it? Do I want to direct it? I can always, it's really important to plan, but it's really important not to plan the result. I have to let it go. I have to let go of what I think it should be. And in our world, coming out of a pandemic and coming into this, we look around and we go, oh, even in communities, there's not a lot of people in here. We may say we've done something wrong, right? Or we're not doing something right, or whatever. Nothing's happening except in our mind. And we're here for us, and we're here to love one another, and we're here to find the truth of who we are, and we're here to reach out beyond our comfort zone so that we grow. Every situation is an opportunity, period. Every one. When I find myself in discomfort, it's an opportunity. When someone has said something to me unkind, it's an opportunity. When someone has done something to me, when I find that my bank account is lower than what it should be, it's an opportunity. It's what we practice, and it's across the board. There are no exceptions. As I'm finding my way, like I said, my passion is life is in who I'm becoming. As I went through that experience where Chris Coffey, my coach, walked me through divine intervention. As I've learned about what blame is my kryptonite, my superpower. Do you want to know what it is? Feeling. Because when I'm blamed, I go numb. When I feel, I can get there. I can get to exactly what I believe about it, but as long as I don't feel it, I won't deal with it. Then it gets to build and take real estate within me. And that does not help me nor you. Living above the line, I get to ask myself great questions. What is this? What am I feeling? What's going on in me? Why am I feeling this way? Pause. There's no need to respond. Give me just a moment while I think on what you just said. Give me just a moment. And then I respond from the truth of who I am, which may be to ask, tell me more about what you're feeling. You seem upset. Tell me why you're so upset. Can I listen without taking it on, defending? Hard one, isn't it? That's what we're here to do. We're here to grow. And grow where? Grow together. Grow in love. Grow as not just one individual, but as one collective. There is no other. There is just we. Let us go in prayer. As I feel into this space that has been filled with such beautiful music, by the way. I'm the dancing minister, so it's hard for me not to get up and just want to move all over. Feeling, let's take a moment and breathe, and let us allow ourselves to get into our bodies. See what's going on, do a little check, and allow this prayer to wash over, wash through, wash as. For the power of our word, therein lies the choice. What will I choose to receive today? Knowing that there's only one power. Knowing that there's only God, Spirit, energy, universe. It is all there is. I recognize that love flows in, through, and as all things. I'm one with it, as is all. So I declare right here and right now that I allow my experiences today and through this week to bring attention to how I am, to bring that attention to how I want to be, and from how I want to be, I choose that. For if the universe is love, then so am I. That beautiful energy that wants to replicate its highest and best. And I allow that to be replicated in my actions, to be replicated in my beliefs, my thoughts, my words. And I look at the world that wants to divide good and bad, ally, enemy, and I see and know that I am my brother or sister or their keeper, because I am them. There's no separation. And I accept that this week. I pay attention, I pause, I ask. I take that next step. Yes, it may be challenging. I remember who I am. So I accept that for myself and each person in this room. And I allow this prayer, this day, this service to be exactly what I need and what I came for. And with that, I release this prayer. And if you will join me in saying, and so it is. Thank you.
Watch it fall down to the ground, cut off the things that weigh me down. There's nothing left I'm trying to hide, living life now feeling free inside. Feeling free inside. See the beauty of the sun, another day has just begun. Start to dream, I start to see, wonder what the world has for me. What it has for me. So I'm moving on, I'm moving on, and it feels wonderful, yeah, wonderful. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. wonderful to me. Break the chains and break the bars, I stretch my hands to touch the stars. Finally found the one right track, not turning around, not going back no more. Not falling anymore. Nothing beats when you can see within your grasp your destiny. So open up your hands and fly. Don't let the day, don't let it pass you by. Don't let it pass you by. So I'm moving on. I'm moving on. And it feels wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. And it feels wonderful. Yeah, wonderful to me.
Wonderful, wonderful band. Thank you. And a wonderful talk, Reverend Bobby. Also wanted to thank you for sharing your colleagues, Reverend Veronica and practitioner Jesse, who've done great jobs this summer. So thank you. Okay, where are we? I'd like to invite our beloveds in service to come forward. Collecting this morning on behalf of the congregation are Cindy Lambert and Frank Connolly. And receiving on behalf of the congregation is my lovely wife, practitioner, Dr. Jeannie Kataoka. Your conscious contributions to the center allow us to continue our wonderful work. And one of the easiest ways is to give via text to give. Just send a text to 951-419-5858 with the amount you wish to contribute. You can also go to our website, riversidecsl.org, and click on the link in the upper right-hand corner under the tab Contribute. And for those in the sanctuary, you can do it the more traditional way and drop your contributions into the baskets as they come around. We are so grateful for your ongoing generosity. Now place whatever you're giving over your heart, could be your cell phone if you're giving online. And as we say this affirmation together, I give and receive freely and generously with an open heart and an open mind. The universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is.
Well, I'm grateful for the love that you rain down on me. I'm grateful for the love. Well, I'm grateful for the love that you rain down on me. Oh, I'm grateful for the love, for the love. Well, I'm grateful for the bounty that you rain down on me. Oh, I'm grateful for the bounty, yeah. Well, I'm grateful for the bounty that you rain down on me. I'm grateful for the bounty, for the bounty. Oh, I'm grateful for the blessing that you rain down on me. Oh, I'm grateful for the blessing, for the blessing. Oh, I'm grateful for the blessing that you rain down on me. Oh, I'm grateful for the blessing, for the blessing. Oh, I'm grateful for the love that you rain down on me. Oh, I'm grateful for the love, for the love.
All right. Just a few announcements before we close and go to Johnson Hall for coffee and snackies. Okay, first we have a community update meeting today in Johnson Hall at 11:30. And then Ravens Call, the group that reflects on the seasonal changes, will meet on Saturday, September 2nd at 9 a.m. Chair Yoga with that yoga dude, James Woods, meets next Sunday at 3 p.m. And then a special membership meeting is on Sunday, September 10th at 11:30 a.m. to vote on our name change, make it an official, to Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, dropping the community, which we've already done for years, but it's makes it official. And then our annual fish fry is Sunday, September 24th. You could see Frank Conley for tickets and to sign up starting next week, right? Tickets are $10, and then the people who are volunteering to help out with the fish fry are meeting downstairs at 11:15 after coffee and snackies. And now that the children are back in school, remember that our village is open every Sunday in Johnson Hall with lessons that match what we're talking about in our Sunday gatherings. So please tell any families you know. And the quarterly animal memorial service, it's an opportunity to honor your dog, cat, or other pet. We'll meet on Zoom on Saturday, September 9th at a special time, 11 a.m. And now, Douglas Ray Owens will tell you about the Reiki Circle group he's forming that will meet the second Tuesday of the month, beginning in September. Ray?
Oh, good morning. Yeah, I'm really excited to offer Reiki Circle for our community and the larger community. Reiki Circle is an opportunity to get together. Sometimes in the community, if you have any questions about what Reiki might be, it's a fairly generic term anymore. I am a Reiki master teacher, traditionally trained. As we meet in group, we'll do a meditation for everyone, and if people are comfortable, we'll also have a room where we can go and do a bit of a healing. And again, if you know me, any healing's up to you. I'm just a facilitator, a channel, and I really look forward to bringing this back. It's been several years since I've been able to hold circles, and I really look forward to providing this. Thank you.
And thank you, Ray. He's been doing the sound baths for several months now, and that's been a great experience for a lot of people. So thanks. Okay. So let's stand now for the affirmation and benediction. Affirmation, I'll say it, and then we'll say it together. Is it up? Yeah. I am always supported in my growth. I'm always supported in my growth. Okay. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. I receive it. And I move love forward because love lives here. Thank you, everybody.
Sing with us.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it, share it, receive it, and I move it forward because the love lives here. Love lives here.
Let me hear you now, you know it. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it, I share it, receive it, and I move it forward because love lives here. Oh, love lives here. Yeah.
love